Hyperborea on the world map. As you know, the moon shows the world map, and this is where we are. So this is so you can understand what we are looking at the world map. Now, Hyperborea are these four islands here, which are like the Arctic North Pole, precisely exactly in the middle where the electromagnetic waves come from the black sun. That's where it's warm, and then you have like the cold area, what we call the North Pole, and then we have, well, the closest areas of the known world where you can go from. So we have North America with Canada, Alaska, Greenland, Iceland, Northern Europe, and Siberia, Russia. Now, this is Hyperborea. As you can see, the closest pieces of land, well, the closest land to it is Greenland, which is also very off limits. There's pretty much, I'm not sure the population of Greenland, and it's only on the coastline here. I think it's like on the coastline here or here. Yeah, it's here as well. So there's nobody here on this coastline, at least not civilians that we know of. Then you have these big islands here, which we have no clue what they are. And then we have this here, which is in north of Russia, which we do know what we are there, but their military presence there. So let's start from the most known area, right? How do you go to Hyperborea? Now, I am a Mr. Nobody in my corner. I have no influence. I have no finances. I have no military power. I have no political power, and I have no knowledge of any. I have no connections with any of the Elohim, the creators, or for that matter, of the high government. Now, this is Greenland. So if any of you live in Greenland, or just take something in a straight line and you go to this, exactly. So you can go to different islands of Hyperborea. From Greenland, you go to this island here. No, it beats me. If you can manage to go from Greenland, let me know. I would like to join you, maybe in a nuclear submarine or something. If you don't like to go from Greenland, then the next area to go from is Alaska. Now, Alaska belonged to Russia before, but now it belongs to the United States of America for a long time now. And from Alaska, which is, as you can see, Alaska is way better than Hyperborea and Greenland, because Alaska is not iced. So it doesn't have ice all year long. So it's still a good area to live. So from Alaska, you go in a straight line, you come to this other island here, Hyperborea. So let me know if you can go from Alaska, because you have ships, airplanes, submarines, maybe some nuclear powered device, or maybe a UFO with electromagnetic force. Now, if you don't like that, then there's another possibility to go from Iceland. For those of you who don't know, Iceland is a big country in the ocean, in the Atlantic Ocean. It's independent, but it has the same status as all of the other European Union nations. Iceland girls and women are very beautiful. They're proper Vikings, and there are only about 300,000 people on the island, more or less. And they're very like... they don't usually travel that much. They usually go as tourists. They go to Spain or other places in the world, or Northern Europe, but because there's not many of them, it's a small place. But it's still, it has European status, so you can go in a straight line to this island here, which also, by the way, has some areas which are not completely under the ice, frozen, like, for example, this area here as well. Now, if you don't go like Iceland, you can also try and go from Northern Europe, which is Scandinavia, which is like also part of the European Union, Norway, which is neutral, but it's part of Europe, Sweden and Finland. That's proper Scandinavia, which let's hope that the Scandinavian white people are going to multiply themselves more in the future and keep Scandinavia white. So from Scandinavia in a straight line, it's a bit more difficult because it's a long stretch, but you have like these places. I think this is Svalbard here, which belongs to Norway, which is the last point, and then you're not allowed to go any further because it says end of the world. But you can try, because maybe you have knowledge. Now, if neither of these works, there's also this huge, amazing Russia, and from Siberia. Now, don't ask me, because I'm not Russian, so I don't have any contact with Russia or with the Russian government, and I don't know the presence of the military here. I mean, there's American military here and NATO military around this area. Then there's other type of military as well. So you just tell me if it's easier to go from this side of Siberia here. From Russia, the best way to go is from all these islands here to this island here. So what's your preferred choice? I mean, I don't care. I would like to go, of course, from a geographic point of view, my preferred choice would be Greenland, because from Greenland, it's super short to go to Hyperborea. Even from Alaska as a second choice is awesome. Honestly, I would like to travel from Iceland, because between Iceland and Scandinavia, I guess Iceland would be a better choice. Also because Iceland is independent as a country and as a nation, and people don't speak about Iceland. Nobody speaks about Iceland, even though you can find lots of information about Iceland. But because it's such a small country, and people the Icelandic language is very peculiar. So I guess it's like one of those things that just like nobody speaks about in many countries in the world, literally some countries in the world, as if they don't exist, right? But then I just want to show you the Hyperborea existence, what we call the North Pole, and everything is in plain sight, nothing is hidden. Now remember that this is the area of influence of the ice. So we do know that in this area here there's no ice, there's very good weather. Now we don't know how much of this is under snow, how many days a year, and if everything is just snow and ice in this white area, or it goes by a cycle. We do know that the sun that comes through here, which is the part of the black sun, which is electromagnetism, has an area which is never snowy. It's always good. And then the rest of the area has a constant zone of ice and freezing cold, which is also like a barrier for us common mortals to go into the lands of the white giants, as they call them, or like the white people, like the creators maybe. I don't know. We do know of the legends of Admiral Byrd, when he went there and he encountered giants. Also of the legends of certain Scandinavian people and Vikings who had contact with these people here, who are, all of them here in Hyperborea are white, they're tall, they're beautiful, with blue eyes or green eyes and with blonde hair, and sometimes with red hair. So it's up to you to find out more, because this is as far as I go. Still, this is page 21 from the Vibes of Cosmos book number 5. So thanks to Vibes of Cosmos, we now know geography and we know geopolitics, which is something that I've never learned in school, which is sad. Oh, by the way, from Canada, you can also go from Canada. You see, from Canada, I guess this belongs to Canada as well. Maybe, I don't know. And then from Canada you jump here, and then from here jump here. By the way, also these islands here are the ones that are used in all these like Mars operations that they show how the spaceships and stuff and what they send to Mars. So yeah, Devon Island and all that stuff, that's pretty much shown on in the north of Canada. So everybody knows that it's not something secret. So beautiful, right? When you know that Hyperborea is such in a close range, but you go to Svalbard, which is the last. I think this is Svalbard. I could be mistaken, but I have to look at the other map. And then in Svalbard, you have like this fence saying "End of the world." But they say, well, the Earth is a globe spinning in space with curved water, right? So what's the point of putting there the end of the world when I can just move along and curve myself with my ship and my submarine on the curvature of the spinning ball with curved water, and then just get to Hyperborea? I don't understand why we have to be limited from a geographic point of view when the Earth is just a spinning ball in space with curved water and there's nothing to hide, right? So thanks for watching, and let me know if you have a submarine or an electromagnetic flying vehicle, which is like what we call the UFOs from the Germans, or like from the Vedas or from the biblical text in Hebrew. And if you have something, then just take me with you. I mean, I can pay. If you don't want money, I can clean the toilet or something. I can do some physical job, which nobody wants to do because it's disgusting to clean the toilets and to, or maybe to cook. Instead of cleaning toilets, I could cook. At least I can learn cooking, and then I can do some good meals. And if you need cooks, but I guess there's plenty of other people who are more knowledgeable than I am at doing stuff. So yeah, but still, if somebody sees this video and they can take me to Hyperborea, I'm all the way in. So just let me know if it's dangerous, because if it's dangerous and if you say, hey, you might lose your life, then I could say, well, I would like to live longer. So yeah, see you in the next video.